honoring all of it, right? The things that we label good and the things that we label bad, the things you like about it, but also so potently the things you don't like about it. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Hi, Christina. Welcome to the podcast. How can I help you today?
Hey, Sarah. Thanks for having me. I am 2 months home from attending a month-long holistic retreat that I went for anxiety and depression. And over that month time, I had some pretty big shifts while I was there. And one is coming back and sort of when my brain came back online, it came back in a way more feminine side and sort of putting the masculine side of survival mode to the wayside. And I also had another big breakthrough there of really what my purpose is. And I have decided that my corporate career was no longer serving me in that way. And so I resigned from a 20 plus corporate career to follow what my passion is. And yeah, and so I guess how do I trust this process? The outside world, wants us to keep going and going and going and consuming and having worth and value tied to all that stuff. And I'm really just trying to kind of unwind all of that. So yeah, just how do I lean in and trust this process?
Thank you for sharing, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you're talking, I have a lot of sensation happening in my throat chakra. And so I'm really curious what you found is this new purpose and passion.
It's actually a death doula. So working alongside families and those who are transitioning.
Mm, Such powerful work. Yeah, and so you are taking me to your throat chakra. And let me just follow this thread for you. The way that I feel it, it's like you being the voice of the dying. And so there's this component where you're supporting the families, obviously, right? And yet communication feels very, very important as you move into this, where you are an advocate for end of life for people, like really what is theirs. And I know this isn't like your question of how do you trust the process, and yet it's here and it wants attention. So when you think about this career moving forward, how do you see yourself in it?
Oh, I think the vision that just came to me right now is just like a guiding light.
And then how are you guiding?
The families, creating a safe space for them, I think, with this, we don't talk about it much. And so death is very scary to a lot of people. And creating that safe space and education for families and for those that are transitioning.
Yeah, it feels like the communication piece, the teaching piece is very important. And it has a deeper part for you as well in this being able to have your voice count for something and matter.
Hmm.
So, when we were talking before and you shared about this doing piece, right? You've been in this corporate culture and your worth is determined by what you do and what you produce and how long you can keep going, right? Like I'm feeling that Energizer Bunny type of energy and just keep going. Like you're not allowed to stop. And this is so different, right? Because this is like, you have to stop. Like somebody's dying. Like that is a full stop.
Hmm.
And there's this shift for you in this process, right? And this is taking us to how do you trust this process? Because there is a change happening in you. And I feel it going from where you're situated in these lower chakras, right? The survival place of the second and third chakra. And yet, I'm curious how much of your voice, like your authentic voice, you were allowed to use in the corporate realm.
I mean, not a lot.
hmm Like it feels like you're good at talking, but you've been speaking someone else's words for a very long time. And you've been building something that belonged to somebody else. And we're not here to say this is good or bad or you should or you shouldn't. We're just reading like your life, right? And that was correct for you until it wasn't. And you made the very brave choice of saying it's over. And you're just in this in-between place, right? Of waiting. You're like sourcing these tendrils of what the next life is as it's being woven as the other life. Like, I don't even see the other life being unwoven. It's like, it just fell flat. Like, you're
Hmm.
so done. But now you have this new picture, this new tapestry that you're weaving. And there's this shift from you coming out of these lower chakras that were really just about, like, I feel you ratcheted down and just doing what you had to do. And now your heart space has come online. And what that's doing is it's feeding your throat and it's feeding your third eye. But your body isn't used to running this energy, right? That wasn't really allowed in the career you were in before.
Hmm. Spot
So,
on.
yeah, you're just in the in between, my love, and in between, one of the phrases I love for it is the messy middle, because we kind of are just exploring and messing up over here and getting it wrong over here. And then, like, oh, that worked. Great. Let me follow that. And oh, I have no clue what that is. And so there's just so much changing in you at the moment that I feel this really exploratory energy that's available for you, right? Like, letting yourself get it wrong, letting yourself, your cells feel what that feels like, because that's really not allowed in corporate. Like you just have to get it right no matter what. And now you're in this transition into a very messy process, right? Death is messy. Even if we have great conversations around it, it's messy. It's hard. It's beautiful as well. So I sense in you just this like being with everything that is. There's no sort of set path that I see in the sense of like me telling you what to do next, right? And you're not even asking that. You're just saying, how do I trust this process? And what I'm seeing is you trust this process by exploring this process.
Mm. And honoring it.
hmm Honoring all of it, right? The things that we label good and the things that we label bad, the things you like about it, but also so potently the things you don't like about it.
Mm. Yeah.
right? We have a tendency to want to push those ones under the rug or hide them in the closet. And the truth is that those parts actually have more things to share and teach you than the parts that you like and feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this exploring piece I'm excited about it. In my early 20s, I kind of explored. And sort of when that time was done and I got into this career, there has been no exploring for 20 plus years, right? It just really, I just went into some sort of survival mode. And it's been fun to set that down and explore and pick up new books and read about different topics that have nothing to do with corporate America.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been enriching, really. And making connections with people who see and value sort of life the way I see and value it now is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we go through these really massive shifts in a really short amount of time, it takes a second for like our system to catch up
Yeah.
and for your mind, right? Because you basically have like blown your mind, which is a really cool thing. Because the mind really is only a record of what has already happened. The mind itself, when we're locked into patterns and programs, is only regurgitating old things. So there's not a lot of inspiration, there's not a lot of creativity, there's not a lot of possibility, right? It's just locked down, kind of recycling old data. And what you did is the images, you just took a hammer and you just smashed it. And now all these like tendrils, like they look like these vines and colors and flowers, and they're just starting to bloom and come out of what the structure that was the mind that you just blew up and cracked open. And it takes a sec, right, for that new system to take hold and to take root and to grow, and for you to then be able to interact with in a different way.
Yeah.
There's so many like blues and purples and like these really just incredible turquoise and teal and aquamarine type colors that are, again, throat chakra colors, right? With allowing that part of you, and also third eye chakra colors, the violets, the purples. So it feels like nurturing and nourishing this part of you that was locked away for a long time is what your body is asking for right now. It doesn't want a to-do list. It doesn't want a plan or a schedule. It wants to be able to be free form for a while and show you where it wants to go, right? Like let it be the leader instead of you being the leader that you have been all this time. It's like surrendering to some other greater process and force that's actually leading you.
I can see that happening. My mind is putting a time frame on this process
Because,
because my mind has never had the freedom to do this, right? So it's part of that process, I think, where we did a massive shift, but our brain only knows what the past is, right?
mm-hmm,
And so my past is a schedule, a to do, a productivity, a this, a that, right? And I don't want to get pulled back into that. Some days I'm really battling with my heart and my mind. My mind's telling me, listen, you cannot do this for another day. You really need to get it together.
oh, it loves you so much.
And I'm like, no, but like this feels right. It feels right. And my mind's like, okay, well, go read 4 more books. Then you can have a break, like it's those things.
Yeah, the mind isn't very good at feeling. There's a lot that we could unpack in that, right? Because that's years of programs. There are definitely things that you can look in under there, and there are tools, and there's a whole landscape that this is giving you the opportunity to explore. Given our time frame here, I think the most potent thing I can give you right now is the simple tool that's coming through. And it's like every time your mind does that, take out that hammer that I saw and just smash that part as well. Just super simple.
Yeah. It's like that arcade game. Remember when the whack-a-mole?
Yeah. Like I don't need you anymore. Thank you for loving me. Goodbye.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, how can I support you from here?
Are there any, I don't know, signs, or I guess I get worried of getting too far like off track. But I guess that's the old thing. Like, what really is a track?
There's a direction, but even that, it's like, you know, are you on the track? Are you off the track? I love the teaching that you can never not be on your path. You can go take some detours, maybe, but eventually along the way, you'll see that it actually wasn't a detour, that what you did in that time and space was needed for the moment you are now in. I think as you continue on, you're going to harvest skills that you learned in that corporate job, in the corporate world. Just because that dropped and is done, it doesn't mean that what you acquired is just gone as well, right? You will weave those skills, that knowing, that knowledge into something new. Everything we do somehow, somewhere supports us. And the very nature of exploration means that you are going to go the wrong way, that you are going to get lost. You're going to go for that hike and it ends and there's just brambles, right? Like this is exploration. Exploration doesn't mean that you're only walking a known path. So this is some of the place inside you that you can tend and that you can expand. It's the part of you that is willing to go the wrong way, make a mistake, get off the track. All of those things are part of exploration.
Yeah. And that really, I mean, it really settled me right now. Thinking of this as an exploration instead of putting too much pressure on myself that this is and has to be it.
Mm-hmm. Invitation right now to memorize this place in you, right? That settled place. Like feel it. Does it have a texture? Does it have a sensation? Maybe even a color, a smell? This is your place of your knowing, right? That is the truth right there in you when all the noise settles. This is the place when you know what is true for you. And this is the place to come back to when you feel that you're swirling again or you're lost or you don't know. It's like, yes, you do. Right here in this place.
Yeah. This will give me the place to come back to when I ask, like trusting the process. And this is part of the process.
I'd love to hear what you're taking away from our call today.
Whack-a-mole. There are many paths. And it's okay if it's messy. It's okay, just kind of like trust that process. And just, I think, really for me, it is just be curious. There's nothing to get right or wrong.
Mm-hmm. Such beautiful wisdom. Does this feel like an okay place to land today?
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.